What up, travelers? You're here for the No Man's Sky Save Editor cheat engine. You want to learn how to install it for whatever reasons that you want. Maybe it's inventory management. Maybe you want the Twitch drops. Maybe you just want to give yourself some Quicksilver so you can get all the cool stuff. I'm about to show you how.
Fucking No Man's Sky play around. Motherfucker, if you don't know, go check it out. It's a quit leaving me alone. I'm trying to make a song, Mom. Stop it. Get out of here.
Alrighty, guys, it's Sky Masters here. It's September 1st. 2025. This will be for the Voyagers update. Listen, these dates are very important. I always say it in the very beginning of my videos. Every time that the game updates, the save editor / cheat engine needs to be updated too. Some of them make major differences to the actual save editor, so sometimes it just doesn't work anymore. This was a rather large update, so this is going to require probably a full update to your existing save editor. And for you new guys out there, don't worry, I'm going to walk you through this very slowly, and we're going to cover all the most problems for it too. For the older players who are just wanting to update, bear with me. We're going to get you kind of out of the way first really quickly, and let's move on with it. Okay, so first up, where do you go? First, you're going to go to github.com/goatfungus/NMS save editor. I will put a link in the description, okay? That is going to land you on a page that looks just like this. Now, who wants to read manuals? Oh, it's so boring, but you might want to maybe just go through it just a little bit. Right now, the descriptor for it in here is still for worlds. He's going to update this probably later. You're going to go down here, see some screenshots, kind of get your feet wet a little bit. Compatibility, this is something important right down here. It says Java Runtime Environment 8. This save editor program runs in Java, and it needs a fresh newest version of Java installed on your PC so it can operate correctly. I have Java right here. I will put a link in the description. If it doesn't open for you, this is probably the most likely culprit, okay? Now, second down here, we have a contributions to Brandon Matthews. He is Goat Fungus. He is the guy who painstakingly updates the code for the save editor every time that the game updates. It's got to be exhausting. He's done it probably 40 million times, and he gets it out within a few days, and then there's always bugs, and then he has to fix it again. So, very cool. Brandon Matthews, go check him out. That'll be enough of that. Thirdly, I want to say that you're going to be required to open zip folders. I know we have to go back for all the new people. We got to give them a hand up. Some people don't know what a zip folder is. If you don't have a an unzipper, I'd say that you can go over here to 7-Zip or iZark or wherever you want to do, and you can get your unzipper onto your computer, okay? Some people don't know what a zip file is. We're going to be talking about that in just a moment. Okay, so now that we've got all those shenanigans and all that boring stuff out of the way, let's go ahead and get this thing. Where do we go? We got all this stuff here. Where do we hit? There's this little green tab here at the very top. Let's hit on that. And you see around here it says download zip. There goes that word again, the zip. Let's go ahead and we're going to download that. Okay, guys and girls, we can see that I have my save editor downloaded right here. We're going to open this up. It is going to say comments for some reason. You can just X that out, and then you see this folder right here. For you new people just getting it, take this right here and drag it right on over to your desktop. For you new people, we're going to take this and drag it right on over here and lay it down. For the people who are updating, let's get you guys knocked out of the way real quickly here. Open up your old save editor file, grab all this stuff in the new one. You open your zip folder on the right hand side, grab all the new stuff, come on over here and just lay it down. It's going to ask you if you want to replace it or what you want to do is replace all the newer stuff with all the older stuff with the newer stuff. God, you got that backwards, huh? Yes, I want to replace it. Now, for the older players, all your stuff is still here. The directory and the location of your files are all the same. It's just been updated. You are able to jump in here and start going immediately, okay? For you newer people, your folder will look just like this right here, except for we have a folder called backups up at the top. I'm going to explain that in just a moment. Okay, so now that we're in that save editor folder, we have it unzipped. Some of you guys have updated, some of you guys are new. So what you're going to do is only pay attention to this file right here. It's this little No Man's Sky save editor. It's an executable jar file. It has the little emblem icon that looks like a cup of coffee, hence the Java application and software that you need to run this thing needs to be updated. So what you're going to do is go ahead and just double click on this. That is going to bring you to a screen that looks like this. Except for you new players, your save path is going to be blank right here. Maybe it's going to even ask you where your save is at in the very beginning. Okay, so let's walk you guys through that. I'm going to go up here to the file and hit open path, because you can always change this depending on which platform that you use. I use Steam, and it's going to be pretty much kind of similar to any other platform besides Xbox. You guys are going to have to figure out where your folders and files are at for this. Okay, I am talking about Steam right here. For you guys, it's going to go into users, username, app data, roaming, hello games, NMS, and then once you open that NMS file, you're going to see, like you can see it's Sky Masters, YouTube, and a long number that represents my save, and I can open up that one. Okay, so let's recap this again. For you people trying to find your file that the save editor needs to open up your saves, you're going to go into users, your username, whatever it may be. Mine says DJ Krios right here. And then you're going to open up app data, roaming, hello games, NMS, and then you will find your little Steam emblem right here with your Steam name, okay? And then you hit that and you hit open. All right, now that will take you back to the main UI in the No Man's Sky save editor. What we need to do next is actually pick a game slot, okay? Now that you click on this, you can see I have slot number 1, 2, and 3, and they're all normal saves. I am going to pick one. It's going to be my number 3, and it's going to open up. Now below this, we can see a save file. Now, you guys remember back in the folder, it had a folder called backup. That's these right here. If I click on this, you can see this is the current one right now. My last time that I was in this save was on Friday, April 25th, 2025. It's been a while since I played the game, but if I wanted to go back in time, I have these guys right here. So if I clicked on one of these and came back in it, it's October 26th, 2024. Obviously, I'd be losing any builds or anything like that I've done, but if I had some kind of major problems and the game wasn't functioning or running for me anymore, then I might want to go back to something else. But for now, I'm going to go back to the April one right there. So that's pretty cool. Not only that, but if you wanted to go back and maybe take a different path or something like that, you could hit save as and go into another slot. I think this is a very powerful part of the save editor. Before we even go into it and start cheating and giving ourselves all kinds of cool stuff, it backs up everything, man. There's all kinds of weird things that happen in this game, and if anything ever happens, this is your way out of it right here. This is like this is insurance, okay? Not only that, but it lets you choose different paths. I can clone these saves and then take a different direction on it and still have the same save from before. You know, you get to go 2 different directions in a timeline separately, and that's kind of damn cool. All right, now let's get to the meat and potatoes and what you all came here for. At the very top here, you can see all these tabs here. Now they're going to correspond to what they say. Exosuit's going to be your inventory that's in your backpack. Your multi-tool is going to be your multi-tool and all the tech that goes into it. Your ships will have inventory, and it'll have a tech slots as well. Same thing with your squadron, freighters. You can change all kinds of stuff. We're going to get into it. And they go all the way down to account, milestones, and discoveries. The UI and the way that you navigate through each of these tabs are going to be very similar, okay? For right now, let's get to the very meat and potatoes and come over to account, because this is where I like to start off in the very beginning. Discoveries, milestones, and accounts are kind of a cool one. Not milestones, but discoveries and accounts over here, okay? So discoveries are going to be like all the things that you learn and all the products that you would know, all the words that you know, and all the glyphs that you can know. Glyphs are going to be important for traveling to places that you want to go through the portals, and then just having all your technology and products are really cool. Now you can go in here and add them one by one, or you can right click on this. You can click on one. Hold on. Say hold on. You go to add technology, and you can add them individually here, or you can highlight them all and add them all real quickly. Boom, you're done. You know everything now. Same over here with products. Add product, come over here, hit a Control A, highlight them all, add them. Now you just added everything. And you come down here and click all these and make sure that you have everything here. Click all your glyphs. Now with the glyphs, this may hinder you going through the story mode. I've heard people tell me that if you do this too soon in the game, that it might hinder the progression of the storyline. I'm not quite sure. I'm not going to be able to confirm or deny that. But if you're a purist, you might want to hold off on the glyphs. Okay. Now you can go over to account. Account is kind of cool. We got seasonal awards here that are rewarded to you, and there's also the Twitch drops. These are things that you have to go over and watch some Twitch thing and get some code. I don't even know quite sure how it works. I just come over here and I click on them and I have it. Okay. The thing with these is you're going to go and get these at the Quicksilver synthesis at the anomaly, and to do this you need to go in offline mode. So basically you're going to turn all these on, and you'll go into offline mode, like just get disconnect from the internet. Go into your game, grab whatever you want to grab from the anomaly, and then you can save your game, and then come back out, and then go back into multiplayer, okay, or on the internet. There's also a better way to do this with mods. It's called Consumerism Mod. It's by Winder TP. I do videos about that. It makes this a lot easier. But for now, if you just want to do that, this is pretty easy. This gets you all the cool stuff. Let's talk about the milestone tabs. Usually every time that you click into another tab after making a lot of changes, it's going to ask you if you want to save the data. Of course I do. But there are going to be times where maybe you hit a stray mark or something like that and you're not really quite sure what you did. Then you can say no. Okay. I'm not sure if you can change milestones and reputations. This is something that I think I tried to do one time, but it didn't really take it because it's connected to Steam and things like that. And I don't think Steam will let you cheat at it. I'm not really quite sure. I mean, if you want to give yourself a pat on the back for something that you didn't do, I guess that's your business, man. All right. None of my business, but you can come in here and change that, I guess. Okay. Coming back all the way over, we did these 3 tabs first. Coming back all the way over to this exosuit tab. Let's go ahead and click on that. Boom. Check this out. All right. This is all of our inventory here. We have a few tabs here. Let's pay attention to this UI here because this is going to be pretty much copied out through the rest of these tabs here. First of all, we can see that we have a drop down right here, and this is our cargo and technology. So cargo is obviously my backpack and what's in it. Technology is my technology slots. You can take these and move them around. Makes inventory management very cool. That's in all of these. Okay. One thing that I like to do is just like, you can see that my inventory is all the way open. You can come down here and you can like enable slots, enable everything, but there is a way to do that over here in the editor. It's recharge all technology, refill all stacks, recharge base planters, expand all inventories, enable all slots, and repair all slots in technology. This is a really cool 3 buttons right here at the very top of the save editor edit tab, okay? Because most of you guys will come in here and this is all going to be grayed out for you, and you don't have all this space. You can add them one by one, or you can do every tech slot in the whole game all at once through the editor tab. Okay, so there's 2 different ways of doing that, and I think that's pretty cool. With the exceptions of vehicles, because vehicles always have some things grayed out for some reason. You can't open this slot. It won't let you. It's part of the nature of the beast, which is kind of cool. You can't really mess up in the save editor because it's got its own rules. You can't go beyond the rules. There are set limitations, and it will correct you. You're not going to be able to like invent some kind of a new amount of money to have. It's got a limitation. All right. So now that we've covered these over here, your cargo and technology. We're just talking about navigating through this, all right, and picking the two. Over here on the left, we can see the stats, our main stats, whatever that we're going to be in. So this is our exosuit. This is going to be us because the exosuit is on you. It's your backpack. It is your health pod and everything else like that. So we can come over here and we can see all the stats here. Now, if you want to change this, your health, I don't even know what the highest health is, but you could just type in 9999999 and then click the next tab, and it'll probably correct you to the highest amount. 200 is the highest that it'll go. Shield is next. Let's go ahead and back up out of that. What is the highest shield you can have? I don't know. Let's type in 9999999 and click it. 100 is it. Energy is probably the same too. Units, 4.2. You can see that all these numbers are the same. Quicksilver, everybody wanted to ask me if you can change Quicksilver. There it is. There's the Quicksilver tab right there. Nanites and units, you got as many as you want. All right, let's type it all in there. You're good to go. Now, over here in your inventory, let's go ahead and do some inventory management. I'm going to go ahead and delete this item. But say if you wanted to add something, okay? Let's go ahead and right-click it, and let's go ahead and add item. This is going to bring up the file tree. Now, we could do a video for hours on all the stuff that's in here, so we're not going to do that. I'm just going to tell you how you can search for things. So you can type it in and search it, but don't hit enter. You have to hit search and it'll bring it up. Or you can go down the file tree. So product or substance. These two thingies up here will create two different file trees down here and etc. as you go down. So we can pick product first, and then below product will be the products file tree, components, consumables, curiosity, customization parts, fish, pets, procedural, tech box, and tradable. Okay, and then let's go back and hit substance. Substances are going to be catalyst, earth, exotic, flora, fuel, metal, special, and stellar. Okay, and then below that, let's just say we pick flora, and then now we get the flora that's in there: selenium, starbulb, kelp sac, all those things that you want. Say you wanted some kelp sac, you needed it, boom, you got some kelp sac right there. Let's go ahead and delete that one now. We'll go back into add item, and let's just say product, component, let's say procedural, and then you got all your salvage units and things like that. I mean, which is pretty cool. You know, you can go through there and find your stuff, man. Let's go back into consumables. These are all your baked stuff, pretty cool. Curiosities will have some kind of cool stuff here, your eggs and all kinds of cool stuff here. Look at that. There's the new Corvette stuff, huh? What is that? What did I just see? Well, I thought I seen something that said Corvette in there. There's probably something in there, but very cool stuff in curiosity. Fish is pretty cool. Whatever kind of stuff that you want to bring in here, you can find it in here. We could do a whole video about this. We're just not going to go to. So you right click, add item, add whatever you want, and then you're good to go. All right, so that pretty much covers the exosuit tab. We have all of our stats over here that we can change, and then we have our two different slots. We have our cargo and technology. Again, in technology, we can go over here and add item, and it's going to have a different file tree. It's going to have just technology, procedural, and suit, and then your corresponding A class, S classes. Obviously, you're going to want to come in here and add all your S classes because that's what we're here for, right? Okay. So that is pretty much wrapped up for the exosuit tab. Now let's come over here to the multi-tool tab. And again, all your stats are over here on the left-hand side. You can resize the inventory. You're going to right click, you can add items, you can repair the slots, you can supercharge the slot, and you know, you have the technology, procedural, and weapon technology, and the weapons, you know, all your bolt casters, your cloaking devices, all that cool stuff is right here. All right. Over on the left hand side, we can see that we have there's multiple multi-tools that you can have, and this is where they would be. Now, if you wanted to change something in your multi-tool, it could be a standard, a staff. Let's change it into a staff. Let's make it an S class. And if you had a certain style that you liked, the seed numbers here are pretty cool. There's nomanskyseeds.com and stuff like that where you can find ships and things like that. So instead of going out and having to hunt them down, you can just put a seed in here and have it done for you. Same thing here on base stats, okay? If you wanted to get the damage, the mining, and the scanning of this ship all the way up, you just come over here. I don't know what the highest is. I'm just going to guess it's 1,000, but you can just come in here and type the 99999, and then click it again. Boom, it's going to take you to the highest number that the game will allow, and it'll fix it for you. Now below here we see import and export. So if you have a multi-tool that you like, you can export it, and it's going to go back out to that folder, the main folder. And then every time that you maybe want to bring it up again, say you export this weapon right here, and then you go into a different save that doesn't have this weapon all set up, all you have to do is import it, and then boom, it's on your new save. Plus, you can share it with your friends. So if you and your buddy are using the save editor, he doesn't have it set up like this, he doesn't know quite how to set it up correctly, you set it all up for everybody, and then you can send it out to them. It makes sharing, caring pretty easy to do. So let's take it over to the ships tab here. Ships tab, this is really cool. You can see I've got some ships here. I've got them named. I got one called Squidbilly. That's obviously a squid. I've got some exotics, some No Man's High, fighter, a robot, and another fighter ship. Okay, so we're just going to click on Squidbilly here. You can change the name of it. You can change the class and type of it. Obviously, it's an exotic. I don't want to change it because that would take it from a squid, and it's S class. And here's the seed for this one too. So if you want a white one or a black one or a red one, it's pretty easy to go find the seeds of these things here. Down below here, we can see that we have some more stats that we can change. Again, you can just come over here, type in one big long 999 number, and it's going to give you the best that it's got right there. I think we're all here, unless you want to get super specific, you can. Maneuverability, let's go ahead and up that all the way up to 1,000. So this thing was lacking in maneuverability. I just fixed it. Okay, and over here at the top we see again that we have a drop down, and again we have the cargo and we have the technology slots. Okay, so you can come in here, you hit the right click, add item. Again, it's technology, all ships except alien, procedural, and ship technology. You can get in here and find the things that you want to put in your slots here. You know, the Apollo figurines, all that cool stuff. We could, like I said, we could do a whole long video on what's in this add tab, but we don't have that kind of time. And once again, we have the export and import. So if you like this squid and you want to save it and you want to transfer it over to a new save, it's easy to do. All we do is hit export, and it'll bring up a export into the exported folder. We can name it Squidbilly, and then we can hit save. All right, so now if I go into one of my other saves that doesn't have the squid in it, bam, I've got it. You can also send that file over to somebody else with a save editor, and all of a sudden they've got the Squidbilly too. Very cool. Sharing is caring. Okay, and that pretty much sums up this this ship tab right here. Let's go over here to squadron. This is where it gets a little bit different, but it's pretty self-explanatory. You have 4 different squadrons that you can have with you. You can enable them. That would enable all 4 of them. It's kind of cool to have them flying with you. And then you can pick the race, Viking, Corvax, the ship type, which is pretty cool. One thing cool to do is if you want a squad of all your, like say I wanted a full squad of my Squidbilly. What I could come over here is come over to my Squidbilly ship, copy the seed, come over to my squadron. Here, let me get a Control C. Come over to my squadron and go over to the seed type and put the ship seed in there. So now I can have the same type of squid for my wingmans. We can it's me and 4 guys with the same ship that looks just like me in my squadron. That's pretty dang cool. All right, and the rest of this is pretty self-explanatory. Freighter. Here we go. It's another thing. We got the name, we got the type, we got the class, we got the home seed. I really don't know what that is, and then the model seed. If you you can come in here and get the big ventilators or whatever they call them, you know, different styles of ship. I'm sure you can go find the seeds. They have a No Man's Sky seed bank that's online where they have pictures with a seed number underneath it. Most of them tend to work. Fleet coordination, you can see that I'm lacking a little bit on that. So let's go over there and fix that. Okay, we're gonna hit that. Boom. All right, back up and restore once again for your freighters over here, and then at the top you can see again that we have this drop down for cargo and then technology. You can see that I got a crazy reality de-threaders in my technology slot. This allows my freighter to warp jump hundreds of thousands of light years. I can jump from the outer edge of the galaxy to the center of the galaxy in one jump if I wanted to. It's pretty cool, right? I think so. Back to frigate. Frigates are kind of cool. If that's your thing, you can come in here and pick them. You can add it all the way until it fills up, and then you come over here. You got the name, the type, the class, and all that good stuff. Frigates are not really my thing. But obviously, you can come over here and change the stats so you can have a very successful run each time you send them out. And then you can start making a whole bunch of money off of your frigates. It's not my style of making money, but somebody who would like to come in here and do this, there you go. Now we're going to tap all over here to the vehicle side. This is the only one that has the odd slots that won't open up for you. To the left here, it's pretty simple. We can see that we have all of our classes, vehicles here. Change it to a Natillion or change our Nomad. Come in here, go to the skiff, and you can see my skiff probably looks like it's not enable all slots. There we go. Enabled. Oh, enable it. So there we go. Our skiff is all opened up now too. I haven't even played with the new skiffs at all, so that's why it was all done like that. It's pretty simple to do. Pretty simple stuff right there. Some of them, like the Roamer, will have the tab up here. You see that it just came back. I do got some cargo and some technology slots up there, but the skiff doesn't seem to have that up there, so keep on looking out for that. The Monitor has a cargo and a technology, okay, and that's pretty self-explanatory. You come in here, you right-click, you can add, you can supercharge to your heart's content. Now the companions, you got pets and stuff like that. This is where all your pet slots will be at, how many ever pets that you can have. I think it's 6 or 8 or whatever it is. You can change the name, creature seeds, secondary seeds, species seeds, and genius seeds. I don't know about all this. We can probably get all these numbers to, there's 4 different seeds, which is kind of crazy. So you can probably, I think pets are pretty cool for collecting and things like that. And also down here we can change the biome from which they're from and the type that they are. Okay, at the bottom here we can export and import. Pretty cool if you guys want to share your pets with other people. A very cool way to do this. Just like your multi-tool and your ship, you can export and import these things. I think that's pretty cool. Next tab is bases and storage. We can pick which base that we're at. Right down here, you can see that I have all my bases here. Base C, the name of it, and you can see all these slots that I have. You can see the chest that I have. That's 1 through 9, and we can come in here and you can move things around, add whatever you want, and then you can be ready for whatever you need to do. I think a lot of this has been obsolete now, since you can change the difficulty settings within the settings menu of the game. But for managing things around and being able to move it and then adding in the things that are more difficult to find, like the things that are over here in the Discoveries tab, adding all this is probably why most of us are going to come over here and get the save editor. Also with that is also the your exosuit, so your Quicksilver, your nanites, and your units. That's something that, I think the Quicksilver would be kind of hard to do. Yeah, so very cool. That is the save editor in a nutshell. If you're interested in modding or maybe taking your bases over to Blender or things like that, we have some tabs up here. You can come up here and you can edit the raw JSON, which would bring us into this file right here. Say if you wanted to manipulate some of your player state data, we could come into that and open this up here. There's a lot of cool things that you can do in here, making your guy bigger. You can make your pets bigger. Be careful in here. If you make any stray marks in here, definitely don't save it. And if you're looking for your bases to maybe go into Blender and do some base building, you can come down here into persistent player bases and you can open that up here. Now the first couple slots are my bases, but I am on a giant hub, so you can see that my base slots go all the way down to 79. These are not all my bases. These are other people's bases. I have all their base information in my file folders. So if you wanted to steal people's bases, there you go. You can steal their bases too. It's in your file folders. It's pretty much yours now. Anyway, so that is it. That's the save editor in a nutshell. I think the most important things are the discoveries and the accounts tab down here, and then obviously your main here. You can do the backup and save, which is very cool. It goes into the folder, and then your exosuit units, nanites, quicksilvers, adding items, very, very, very cool, and then saving things from your multi-tools. You can export your ships. You can export, and your pets and companions you can export support and share with people. So that's pretty much it, and I will see you guys on the next video. This was the No Man's Sky save editor for the 2025 Voyagers update. It's September 1st, 2025. I will see you guys on the next video. Hit that like and subscribe.
Fucking No Man's Sky, play around. Motherfucker, if you don't know, go check it out. It's a Ma, quit leaving me alone. I'm trying to make a song, Mom. Stop it. Get out of here.